Alright, welcome back to another Art of War 3 replay. I'm your host, JEONG SINAH, and today we're going to be doing another behind the wall tournament battle. I'm going to be the purple Confederate player, rank 19, facing off against a rank 21 Confederate player. So let's go and get into this. We're going to be expecting a really tough battle for this one, so we'll see how it pans out here. I'm going to go for a combined build of aviation with Zeus tanks. So I'm going to get some shield generators out to support as well. I'm going to start by getting a vertex out just so I can scout my enemy. Let's see what the rank 21 player is up to. And we can see that they are HQ4 triple assault vehicle factories and looks like 10 or 11 supply centers there. So blue is potentially going for the heavy economy build. I'm a little bit concerned already because blue had the extra resources to put down more supply centers. So I'm going for Thors now. We got our first cluster of Thors out. Let's see what we get for a scout. My Vertex scouts the battlefield. We see some units from blue already. Blue is in production mode. And we can see that blue has a pretty sizable ground army already. I don't have that many units yet. I'm going to send my Thors now on some bombing runs. Let's go ahead and hit those units. We scored a direct hit on the army. Blue is mobilizing their full army though. We don't do as much damage as I would have hoped. Here comes the Zeus tanks though, headed straight for my base though, and that is a lot of Zeus tanks. I have full command points pretty much at this point, but I just don't have the ground troops to defend. So I'm going to try to use my Thors to defend here, direct hit on the Zeus army, but again, there's too many Zeus tanks here. I've got a few Zeus tanks in the back of my base there. I'm just waiting for the Zeus army to get a little bit closer before I engage. And now we can see that my Zeus tanks are starting to move in. I've got the shield generator as well. But again, I am just so heavily outnumbered here, and blue is just starting to steamroll my base here. So I'm trying to basically buy time here with my Zeus tanks so that I can bring the Thors in to help out with the defense. Here come my Thors, and we get some really nice direct hits on the Zeus army, but that is not going to be enough to clean up the Zeus army. The Zeus tanks are just continuing to steamroll into my base. Another Thor comes in, another direct hit on the Zeus army. Another Thor is going to come in, another direct hit onto the Zeus tanks there. So there's only a few Zeus tanks left, but again, I don't have enough Zeus tanks to defend with. And there goes my construction yard. This is bad news for me. I am struggling to defend against this attack. Gold emergency measures boost gets thrown on by Zeus tanks, and Torrent there now trying to take on these tanks here. And we finally clean up the Zeus tanks, but I took so many casualties during that engagement, so I'm going to try to rebuild here. I've got more Zeus tanks on the way. I've only got a couple factories though. I need to suppress blue. We're going to take out 2 and 3 level 3 assault vehicle factories. We can see that blue is HQ5 at this time already, and they have a huge ground army already in production. So looks like blue's gonna launch another attack now, coming straight for me. I barely have time to rebuild here, and I just feel like in this game I'm just struggling between using the Thors to defend and using the Thors to suppress production. Typhoon's there, getting some nice direct hits onto my Thors there, and I am just struggling to defend against this attack here. My troops are slowly being overwhelmed. Blue is just using their rank advantage and economy advantage to just slowly crush me here. Direct hits on the Zeus tanks there. Really nice hits there. We basically clean up most of the Zeus army, but again, I have so little tanks left that I'm having to try and spam out whatever units I can to assist. So we got some infantry coming into the mix. We've got 6 Thors to help with the defense in total. And I'm going to try to rebuild my base here. My resources are starting to run pretty low here. I've only got 6 supply centers left, and we know, as we saw earlier, that blue has like 10, 11 supply centers. And here we go. Another hit onto blue. We see blue's got 3 assault factories once again. 11 supply centers. We see another assault factory being built. So I'm in danger of potentially getting overrun here. Blue is just making stuff faster than I can destroy it. And this is a tough spot to be in right now. Just trying to get my army prepared once again. Gonna launch my Thors again. Here we go. Trying to get a score hit on that factory and also scout. We can see that blue has a lot of heavy assaults in the mix there. So I'm going to need some fire assaults potentially. Thor's coming in once again. We're going to score some nice direct hits onto the ground army there. So we don't hit as many of the Zeus tanks as I would like to be hitting. I'm going to see if I can set up a defensive line. So I move my Zeus tanks out. This was a bad move on my part because now blue's entire ground army suddenly moved to the right hand side of the map, and now blue has caught me by surprise. This is a bad situation to be in. I've got the shield generators, but blue just has the sheer numbers. Thor's coming in. They score some really nice hits onto that blue ground army, but blue just has me surrounded with so many Zeus tanks. And this is a hard spot to be in. I've got infantry coming in to reinforce the fire assaults. We're to take care of the heavy assaults, but there's no heavy assaults left. It's just Zeus tanks. So now I'm trying to produce more Zeus tanks to help with the defense. Thor's coming in to score another hit onto the Zeus tanks there. And I'm now trying to build a third assault vehicle factory because I am just getting heavily outproduced here. I need more Zeus tanks to help with the defense here. So I have a moment to breathe here. I'm going to try to build as many ground units as possible and also upgrade. Here come my Thors. Couple direct hits on the factories to take out 2 factories, but blue still has 3 assault vehicle factories to produce Zeus tanks. And my Thors are going to dock once again. Blue is launching another attack once again. Direct hit on the Zeus, but again there's just so many Zeus tanks. Blue is just slowly making their way towards my base here, and now they're going to get to my level 3 assault vehicle factory. So that's some resources down the drain that I could have used for units. And we can see that blue is just starting to clean up more of my critical infrastructure. I've got a gold common defense boost. I'm desperately trying to get the Thors to refuel so I can use them again. Thor is coming in once again. Direct hit onto the Zeus tanks there. But the Zeus are just destroying so much of my critical infrastructure. I barely have enough resources left to make units, let alone replace my infrastructure. Zeus get bombed once again by my Thors. Another couple Zeus tanks get taken out there. The 2 Zeus tanks left for the blue player, but again, blue has the production and economy advantage right now. I am just hanging on by a thread here. So there's only 1 Zeus tank left in the base for now. But as you can see here, I don't have a construction yard. Only 6 supply centers. Still got my factories intact for now. But I don't think I'm going to last much longer. A couple Thors coming in. We're going to take out that last Zeus tank. But we can see that blue is already stockpiling yet another ground army. So we're going to try to see if we can get into a good position here to maybe defend a little bit longer. Here comes another wave of Zeus tanks, infantry, and typhoons. And now we can see that the Zeus tanks are really starting to pile on here for me. I am just struggling to hold on here. Even though I'm destroying the Zeus tanks, I'm doing a good job scoring direct hits onto the vehicles and infantry. Blue's economy and production advantage here is just too much, and I am not able to keep up. You can see that I'm starting to lose more supply centers now, and now I'm down to 5 supply centers. There goes the power plant. Still trying to make more Zeus tanks. We can see I am starting to really run out of power here. Thor's coming in. Really nice direct hits onto the Zeus army, and blue is now just down to 1 Zeus tank and a couple of typhoons in the mix there. But you can see here I'm practically out of units at this point. Torrent comes out of the factory for me, trying to finish off that last Zeus tank. I'm not able to take out the Zeus tank. Zeus tank pops out of the factory for me, and we're going to be able to clean up that last Zeus tank. So as you can see here, it's looking pretty bad at this point. We can see that blue's got another wave of tanks coming in. Thor's coming in, direct hit onto the Zeus tanks there. But this is just rough. Thor's coming in once again. Another direct hit onto the Zeus tanks. We can see that the Zeus tanks are taking some pretty good hits. Another direct hit there. Blue is just down to one Zeus tank once again. I'm going to lose a supply center. And this is looking really bad at this point. I've only got 4 supply centers. 2 factories for Zeus. More Zeus tanks coming in. Thor score direct hit. Even more Zeus tanks are coming in. And this is never ending for the blue player. Blue is just continuing to stream in reinforcements, and this is not looking good. At this point, it's pretty much a lost cause. I'm just trying to see how long I can hold on at this point. Thors are coming back in once again for me. Direct hits onto the Zeus army. I've only got a couple Zeus tanks left. It's 3 Zeus tanks to 2 Zeus tanks. I got 2 more coming out of the factories right now. But at this point, it's pretty much good game. I have 2 supply centers. My economy is wrecked. My base is wrecked. And after I finish off that Zeus tank, I'm going to self-destruct. Alright, that's the battle. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Good luck with your battles.
The battle is lost.